Episode 6 of the Big Bash Pod. Welcome back. Welcome. So we were talking about professions, obviously Harrison being in the NHS. Now, I was thinking about this the other day. Don't you think one of the most useful professions to have in your family, or to have someone that you know, is a mechanic?
Yeah.
It's got to be up there.
Because how many times, especially us with our history, how many times are our cars sort of, you know, you got a problem with it, or you don't know what car to buy, you don't trust like anyone with your fucking car, and also mechanics can just take the piss out of you. But if you're like dad or your brother, imagine your dad's a mechanic, you would never have to worry about your fucking car, would you?
It's kind of like Tom being a plumber or a heating engineer. It's like, you know, you don't have to go, because I think even Tom admits that there are plumbers out there that would just go around a house and see something completely normal, say like, I don't know, the heating stops working for whatever reason, and then the plumber will go, mate, it's a new boiler, and he's like, he's definitely been at 2 jobs where he's seen it's just like a little, I don't know, like a valve or some shit, and it's the same with mechanics. They try and, I think women, and potentially, or probably more possibly, older women get more of this, like
preyed on by the knowledgeable mechanic.
Should we think of the top 5 most useful jobs
in the zombie apocalypse?
Well, not that, because a mechanic's fucking useless. But in everyday life.
I disagree. You got to keep the generator running. Yeah.
Well, it's an engineer then.
Or whatever it is. I don't know.
Well, not a nurse.
It's a 2.4 litre.
No,
you missed your vaccine.
I think a healthcare professional. I think that's in the top 5, because you have to have healthcare professional. Because, you know, if your knob's falling off and you're in a
for that specific scenario, when your knob's falling off,
are you trained in
if your knob's falling off, come and get me, mate. I'll sort you out.
Have you got a degree in
special team twat deal?
Good.
Have you got a degree in knob fall off syndrome?
Yeah. Good. It's a master's.
And roll up saggy tit with a pin syndrome.
Yeah. Tit therapy.
And then I think, mechanics, I think plumbing, I think they're in there. So we've got 2 more spaces.
You got to think of stuff that you just every day you don't want to deal with, like a plumber. You don't want to deal with the shit fucking pipes and shit.
Well, yeah, if you're going to use those 3, you probably, or 2 rather, you probably want to have an electrician then. Because I think, like, certainly if you're talking about apocalypse, if you've got an electrician who can just wire shit up and keep things lit and they could just whack up an electric fence somewhere and go.
Do you know what I would say? Like, so Dad, my father, he is an engineer, but he basically deals with. He's basically an electrician as well.
He's one of those old-fashioned blokes who just puts his hand to everything.
Everything. So that something like that would be useful. But then what else is there? So you've got like the trade sorted. Those blokes, the plumbers and the electricians and the engineers, they're going to be able to build stuff.
I think like someone in, like a financial advising or like economics or something to do with that. Because if they could look after your whole family's
wealth,
finances and wealth, and making sure you're invested in the right stuff, not wasting money, and taxes and stuff. That must be
that's a good
useful.
point, because I actually have a couple of clients that are lawyers, and wow, they're helpful. Just day-to-day life, because most lawyers will, once they've done like a certain amount of training, which is a lot, they then have a basic understanding of oil.
No, oil. Bloody hell.
Oil movements.
Yeah.
You've heard it here first. It's some conspiracy. They're all in oil.
That's why they earn so much fucking money.
Congratulations, you're qualified. Here's the share price.
Here's some more.
Here's some oil.
Here's some oil.
Right, get oiled up.
No, what I was going to say is they're very useful.
Yeah, brilliant, lovely.
They're very useful. They're really, I don't know. They obviously go through a lot. For fuck's sake, can't we?
But in fairness, though, lawyers are one of those that you kind of don't need them until you do.
Yeah.
I mean, being a healthcare professional is kind of the same, but it happens more often than you needing a lawyer, right? So I would say you wouldn't, if you're going to put health professionals in there, you wouldn't put lawyer in there.
Is something like, well, I do think like an investor or a financial advisor is a good shout, because I mean, you know, when you're saving money, they might say, well, if your dad's a financial advisor, he would have probably set you up a trust fund ages ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'd be better off. So that's probably the way to go. But other than that, is there any like social element? There's not really, is there?
Imagine having a mate who owns a pub. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah. Well, the Winchester.
We're just talking about,
just go there and wait for this all to blow out.
Exactly.
We're talking about financial advising here, and Harrison says, let's all just go down the pub every day.
Yeah, but so like, do you want your life to be all fine-tuned and all happy-go-lucky, or do you want to just have a mate who's got a pub and you can just go there and fucking...
I know where I'm going.
No, I'm going to the pub.
Well, if it means I'm happy, I'll take whatever I'm happy with.
Exactly.
So if I'm happy going down the pub with old matey,
So you can have all your financial advisors in your top 5. I'm having pub owner.
We've all, I think we pretty much all work to live, right? You don't live to work.
yes, 100%.
So we all work to go to the pub, see the boys, whatever it is. Like last week was fucking awesome, and then this we're going around Old Schmosif, Toast
Sniff.
Yeah, he'll hate that, and because he's moved into a new house, which congratulations.
Congratulations.
And Shona, because I keep doing that, I'm going to get in trouble.
Yes, no, I've done that a few times. Congratulations, Shona, as well.
But anyway, yeah, we live for those moments where we go around each other's, gaffs and have a good time. Podcast is another example. So I would say pub.
Yeah, I do think it's worth.
so.
It's worth, definitely. I mean, what is the point in work? If you really enjoy your work, then you almost won't look at it as work. So, for example, if in the future, we do this as our job, it will be work. We'll go, we're going to work, but I don't mind work, like living to work, then, because it's something that you want to do.
Oh, 100%.
So if that's the case, fair enough. But in our case, let's be honest, the only reason we go is to get the paycheck.
100%. Well, can you imagine a scenario where, like, if we're able to do something like this and you get a proper wage from it, you're waking up in the morning pretending to have a really shit morning, you're like, oh, sorry, love, I've got to get well early for work. You come skipping out the door to the train station with your can of beer, you're like, hey, let's fucking record some shit.
Well, that'd be great. You turn up in the car park and you give it the old, I've got to do this editing and I've got to do this business meeting. But the business meeting is just going for a lunch and saying, that's a good idea.
Grabbing some camper vans and driving around Scotland and trying to not crash.
I've got a travel route and plan the thing. I'll just drive to Scotland and see what happens.
I'm sure if that was your full job and
There's
you
more
had
to
to,
it.
there's a lot of probably upkeep. Like, I know you do a lot of miles behind the scenes, even to do this level of stuff.
This level is nothing, but I have been non-stop, and every time, like of an evening or of a lunch break, I am editing or I'm looking. But also, it's the market research. I don't have time to do everything.
Yeah.
So there's definitely there is a lot of work. If this becomes like a proper thing, there is enough work for every single one of us in our own department. Because it's not just, some of us might be better at editing than others. Some of us might be market research.
Are you going to have like divisions, like different departments? Like you have to call up HR. Hello, Jack Gowan.
Yes.
Well, actually, yeah. I mean, HR is just. Technically, you have to have HR. No?
Yeah, if you're employing people, I think you
have
do.
to have HR.
I mean, if it was literally just us and we did things amongst us.
But then you like shareholders, and then you don't need a first aid. Well, you would probably have. Well, your first aid, I suppose.
I'm more than a first aider. That's covered.
Well, yeah, but if you're battered, which is 90% of the time, then first aid's fucking useless. Well, I've done this before, mate, with his rolled up tits. Yeah, just fucking.
I'll put his arm back in place.
Oh, dearie me.
But yeah, talking about Joe moving into his new gaff. Hooray!
Exciting times.
I wanted to ask, because obviously Jack's recently moved into a new gaff, but Harrison, when you moved into your gaff for the first time as a man, how did it feel? What things were different? Because I know you had a bit of a time where you were sharing houses here and there. How did it feel? Like, is there anything that when I eventually move into my own gaff that I go, oh, I didn't even think about that?
Yeah, so it's for me it was the simplest things. Like, like if you're sharing a house with someone, there's a water system or heating. You have to make sure the heating's on and go and have a bath at the right time. You can't be in the bathroom at the same time. The bathroom thing is massive. If I can't sleep at 2 a.m. and I want to run myself a fucking hot bath, I can do that. I can have a dump with the door open.
Oh, mate,
I can fucking walk around my house naked.
Yeah,
and
it's something about it. Just going to the toilet with the door open and you go, oh, this is my area.
Exactly.
And you I don't know what it is.
And it's like it's the old man thing that hits you, where you step out your front door and the sun's glazing on you, and you just stand there with your hands on your hips, like this might be a shithole, but it's mine.
Have you done you walk up to you have a coffee in one hand and one hand behind your back, and you just go to the window and go.
Yeah, all the time. I'll sit in my kitchen and there'll be something cooking in the oven which is right near the window of my kitchen, and I can see the whole field and all the neighbourhood out my windows. So I stand there and I'm genuinely sipping a coffee or something, just watching for a bit because I fucking can.
It's tranquil.
Yeah, that's the nicest thing. So I like even here. I do like sort of just doing nothing. It's the art of doing nothing. It is an art as well. It is an art, and I enjoy it. But you don't get enough time. But I do think you should dedicate enough time to just to do nothing. you should say, right, for half an hour, I'm going to do fuck all. And I'm not going to sit on my phone because that's even worse. That makes you actually mentally knackered.
Well, it's when you say it's an art, it really is. I do think it's more of a male thing where, I don't know about you boys, but I could fully be thinking about literally nothing for half an hour, and then the missus will come in and say, oh, well, what's on your mind? Fuck all. Like, I haven't had a thought in half an hour.
You've just existed for about 30 minutes.
I've just breathed air for 30 minutes. That's all I've done.
Trying to focus on it.
I'll start going blue. You right?
Oh shit. Yes, I forgot about that.
Would you rather?
Oh.
So I'll set the scene for you, right? So you're married, you've got a couple of kids with them, and let's say 10 years down the line, this is the woman for you. You've put aside all other women. No other women do it for you anymore. Like, this is the one for you. You've invested your life in this girl, and you find out through a DNA test. You decide to both do a DNA test just to, I don't know, shits and giggles. Would you rather that wife, it comes out that she's either your sister or your mother?
Your mother, so the age difference.
Yeah,
the age difference is sizable.
Yeah, so like in that scenario, let's say the sister's also significantly older, like a good 15 years older. She's had you very young. Do you know what I mean?
What is it about it being? It just in my head as it comes to me, it seems a lot more weird for it to be your mum than your sister. But it's totally fucked up. But for some reason,
it does seem weird because your mum.
I haven't got a sister though, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, I think that's why. Because
we all have
sisters.
Yeah, so
the only
we're all
person
going to
who
say
has sisters.
It's Joe.
Sisters is a sister.
But then it's like if we were gay, and then I find out that my lover is my brother.
Oh, love it. Well, I'm not his lover.
And this is where it comes out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but no, that is.
It's horrible either way.
You'd rather go for the sister, I think.
But the mum thing, isn't that like in Shakespeare? It's called the Oedipus complex or something like that. It's a genuine thing where it's the love attraction between a son and a mum.
Freud.
It's something, yeah.
Well, you've seen The Boys, haven't you? It's like Homelander and that bitch where he sucks her tit.
Oh yeah. It's like the mummy vibe.
I've seen this, so this is news to me.
So have you seen The Boys?
What episode and when was it?
It's right at the start. When he's like, the main woman who's in control of Vought and the management of all the superheroes, and she's.
I've never watched it, so I don't know.
Yeah. I've always said though, if you can think of it, it's a fetish somewhere. Someone's into that shit. If you can think of some really wild, fucked up shit, someone is into that.
Well, talking about fucked up shit, there's a new thing going around, and I only got told about this by my fiance. Apparently, with AI taking a storm of the world and all of that shit. FaceTime, they just get a picture of you outside your own door, and then they'll FaceTime, like, so for example, I could be AI'd, they could FaceTime Chelsea from my number, and it looks like me outside the door saying, can you open the door please?
Yeah, it's just some guy
it looks real, but it's just, the AI mapping, just like, when people on Skype calls and all that. So,
they've done the Skype calls, you see it on like scam videos and stuff like that and it's like,
that's fucking mental, isn't it?
Oh, it's like I've seen like you're saying about the scam videos with like the fake interviews, and it's someone talking to this AI, and that they're responding, and it's all very normal. And then you ask them a certain question, and they cannot answer it, or they ask them, "Oh, can you hold your hand up and put two fingers in front of your face?" And they just can't do it.
They just go, "No, we're not. Why would we do that?" And it's if you're not an AI, you just go like this.
Just do it. Yeah. Don't you think it's weird though? Like, so you get like I was thinking about this the other day. So you get like the jobs, and a lot of people, especially computer jobs, people will have ChatGPT open up transcribing what the interviewer is saying. And then to find out if they're cheating or not. But in a world where AI, you can just use it for everything, why does it matter anymore? So as long as you're not a complete tool, if someone's asking me a question that I don't know, I can just quickly and sort it out for them if I'm like an AI technician. So really, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm not an idiot and I can use AI, then surely you can do fucking
in theory, you're raising the standards of human life capabilities, where you just literally have like, the bottom line is that AI will fix it or sort it or give you the answer, but then I don't know. Does that make us like totally redundant?
It kind of does.
I
In a
don't
way.
know.
We just
I
take
think there's a
that.
case though. There's a case for like education going forwards in the next couple of decades where it should be tailored around the use of it. Like, I've always had a problem with education just being blind to obvious things that are out there, tools that people use every day. Like, why should education try and turn a blind eye to AI when it should embrace students being able to use it and say, look, this is really useful for these sort of things. You need to know these other bits because AI can't do all of that. But like, this is how you use it for this profession.
But does that make people incredibly lazy and not think for themselves? I mean, does that then take away imagination? Does that then take away what is great about human life, not AI life, human creativity? You can't make, a Top Gear special.
Oh, 100%.
Using AI,
and I totally agree. But in terms of like preparing kids to go into companies and go into like the big wide world, companies are going to be looking for some sort of nous in this sort of technology, aren't they?
Well, AI are they coders or AI
Programmers.
people? Yeah, programmers who will set up someone's website and use AI to make it worthwhile. I mean that is a sought after job. And I was speaking to someone on a job I was on, and he said for about his brother's doing it for about 5 years ahead of the game, and all of a sudden he's literally tripled his wage in the last like 5 months because it's now everyone's like, right, AI makes websites so much easier. When you go on fucking Halfords, how easy would it be? It's already easy because you type in your number plate. How easy is it to be if you press a little thing, I need to get a new thingy for my car with this reg, and it will go, right, your best option is this, and then there's no point in customer service.
Yeah,
you wouldn't need it.
Yeah, I do think some industries are going to slow down big time. I think there's certain industries that can't be done via AI. Like, for instance, mine and your job probably won't be ever replaced because you need a human to do what you do, and you need a human to do what I do. Like for PTs, they're now bringing out these like AI mirrors that you literally just stand up against the wall and then you look into it and it'll give you a program and tell you how to do the exercise.
Yeah.
But what it misses, it's good for like just giving you exercise, but you could literally just Google 10-minute workout on YouTube. It's no different to that, but people are spending thousands on it. Where a PT is very much, or it should be, a very personal relationship. That's like not in a weird way, but like in a sense that you're kind of coaching someone through it, like a bit of life coaching in there as well.
Exactly, and you're adjusting your tone of voice, your conversation, your things based on the human, aren't you? Like, I don't know if AI can get that in depth to know all those little nuances of.
It certainly can, but I mean, I think if you get like a dog, for example, and you get a robot AI that looks after a dog, the dog will know where it gets its food, but I don't really think it's going to cuddle up to it.
It's picking up on those little instinctive things.
It's not a soul. It is just an empty vessel. I just think that there's. Where does it go though? I know this is a topic of conversation all the time, but where does it go and where does it fucking stop? Does it literally do everything for us and then we just become, Wall-E, where we're just all in those chairs? Is that
the
what
iPads?
happens? That could be.
To be honest, if you kind of look at it, not in such a everyone's going to be that way sort of way, but generally speaking, if you walk down like I don't know any street in the UK, it's just that is kind of us. We're kind of all just getting a bit mongy like that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a
let's be
mongy
honest.
country.
I went to Ipswich, and they're playing now. I went to Ipswich, and it was, any time you go to a town or a city, the calibre of person, and I'm talking about their health, I'm talking about the lack of hair, I'm talking about spots,
the obesity,
their obesity, their skin. I'm talking about the things that they're wearing, obviously not being washed. I mean, that is horrendous. When you go to an actual city and town, it is you're looking for the nicer people. When back in the day, it wasn't ever like that. But now it's horrendous.
Did you know in Ipswich, I learnt this the other day at uni when we were doing our geographical demographics and of the area that we're nursing in. Ipswich's average reading age is 9 years old.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Wait, as in like,
so they can read
children
their
and
ability.
adults?
Well, I'm not sure, but to the overall, because what you'll tend to find is you'll have about 23% that are like under the age of 15 or something, and then they do a bracket of like 15 to 65, which is like a big 70% or something, and then you've got like a 15% that won't work out, but just as an example of like older people, right? So the large proportion is adults, like middle age, and the average age is 9. So a reading age.
Well,
I mean, that's mental, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think there's a massive thing. Just going back to what you said earlier, and it was to do with what was it? Oh yeah, it was to do with like how the general like filthiness of the average person that you walk past, and I think a lot of it is just it goes down to the bottom line is laziness of like you can get things ordered to your door, and like so whether that's like your whole food shop. Have you ever seen when you walk past someone, you might be on a walk or something, you just walk past someone's house and they're getting a Tesco delivery and you see like they've ordered like 5 pizza boxes and 5 ready meals and 5 and it's all like ready
do you
meal
think
stuff.
it's like the quick dopamine? So for example, I'm craving like feeling good, I need a good feeling. So instead of I'm just going to go down the park and have a run, or I'm going to play a bit of football, or I'm going to work really hard.
That's too much effort, you see.
Yeah, but that was the way you get that feeling, that good feeling. Now it's like, I'll have a vape and I'll feel good for 0.5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I feel shit again. But then it's like they get into the rut of...
It just preys on human nature though, doesn't it? You're going to always pick the easiest, quickest option to achieve what you need to do, isn't it?
Well, our greatest weapon, right, was... Like if you think about the size of us when we go back millions of years ago or thousands of years ago, whatever,
clubs.
We were. It was our biggest weapon was our brain. Like we were a lot smaller and more inferior to most predators, but we were we basically we made weapons, we made fire, and we could cook things and we could bash things over the head and we could like strategize and stuff. So what we've done is kind of gone to the other extreme of that. We're kind of becoming our own problem. Yeah, and it's such a weird loophole.
Have you seen? I like watching all these like theory videos. I think 90% of them are bollocks, probably 95%. But like how there's a theory out there that humans are actually aliens and we were never meant to exist on this planet. And like you look at every other creature, there's a certain feng shui, there's a certain way they operate within the ecosystem. We are branching out massively compared to all of the rest of them.
One fact that literally proves it, and you can't argue with it, if you take any other species or animal out of Earth, there is a coerce effect and things can go downhill. If you take humans out of the ecosystem and out of Earth, nothing changes. It actually gets better. Yeah. We're the only species where if you take us out, we are a parasite. Now, what is the definition of a parasite? It's a foreign entity, a foreign germ that enters to fuck things up.
It's the same. Like a parasite takes and they never give, whereas like a symbiotic relationship is like they'll take and give. Like you get the bacteria that are in the cow's gut that are taking all the nutrients from the cow, so they're taking, but they give back because their shit is like a good thing for their gut. Do you know what I mean? So it's like a symbiotic thing.
People could say we're symbiotic, but we're not. So we'll plant 7,000 trees, but we'll kill about 18,000 pigs in a furnace and just I can't finish my sausage. I'll lob it in the bin.
It's the fact that and you look at like dogs, chickens, all of it. If you go back, I mean, you may have seen videos of this before, but you go back like 100 years ago and you compare a chicken now to a chicken then, and the size difference, because we've just butchered them, we plump them. Yeah, exactly. They were tiny before, and now they're huge because we've just like injected them full of shit.
Well, it's like even strawberries that you get in the supermarket. They're way bigger than they should be. Like the actual wild strawberries are tiny, probably juicy, tasty
really
little things.
But even if we go away from the size, bananas. Strawberries.
Bananas
they don't look, and it's not even like the yellow. They weren't that shape. They had spikes in them.
Really?
Yeah, they weren't. The banana we have is, I mean, what is it? Broccoli is human made. That was never a thing. Broccoli didn't exist. That was man made. Bananas were basically this weird sort of like aubergine looking thing, but they had spikes, and they were never meant to be. So all the trees and things that the apes eat, and that is all because of us. Because we made them because you get more from it,
and then we just completely disrupt the balance. I mean, something that's relevant to this country, which is more of a bigger thing, maybe a couple of decades ago. But you know, like when we had, because humans travelling between country to country bring animals with them, or you know, pardon me. Sometimes inadvertently, you get like a grey squirrel is on the boat, right? And it comes over and they start breeding, and now they've almost wiped out all of the red squirrel population in the UK because they're aggressive, they eat the babies of the red squirrels, they're terrible. And in nature, how it intended, that was never supposed to happen.
No.
Don't you think that, going back to health slightly though, this is one thing, it's just slightly off topic, but what is the fucking deal with those blokes who have hair around here, they don't have hair on the top. And what I mean by that is, you get the classic sideburn things and all that. Now, to every single person that doesn't have that fucking trim, we would say, shave it off. What the fuck are you doing? You stupid cunt, you look like a paedophile. Shave it off. But for some reason...
he doesn't speak for all of us.
But for some reason, when they have it, when those people have it, they decide, no, I've got literally no hair here. I've only got hair here and here, but I'm going to keep the hair on the sides.
I think worse is the comb over. When it hits the wind and blows up, it stands up vertically.
Now, if that happened to any one of us, I'm sure I would shave it all off. Now, maybe the majority do, but why is it that there are a selection of people who decide to keep what they haven't got? So, what is the difference?
It's a big market, a big thing, isn't it? Like there's lots of campaigns and stuff of awareness of men's health, hair loss and stuff, and there's all these products for it. It's clearly a big problem to a lot of people. They're obviously self-conscious about it and all that crap.
But it doesn't look good. What's the point in having it?
No, I agree with you. By the way, if you've got the fucking comb over thing, like Homer Simpson, but a bit more hair, and it's like you can see the baldness through it.
Yeah,
fucking shave it off.
Yeah.
I agree.
Each to their own, right? But I did see a bloke, literally like an egg shape here. It wasn't even like, oh, there's little sprouts coming through. It was shaven. He must have shaven it and polished it. And then he had hair coming around here, and he had one thin ponytail that snaked down here. What the fuck is that?
Weird.
That is the weirdest. He looks like a fucking rat. What is he doing? Shave it off, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
What's he wearing that for?
There was one of my first jobs I ever had, and I used to work in a bar. And this guy used to come in. He was like, you get those regulars that have to come in at the same time on this certain day and has the same thing. So you have it almost ready for him. And he used to wear a hat, and he took it off, and he would have he would have that round bit here, round the sides, and then he'd stick on like this really obviously glued piece of wig to the top of his head. And
What was his for it?
Yeah, no, just like to
not just for it.
But to the point where every time he came in, it was in a slightly different position each time.
Amazing.
So one time he had, and it was just like, mate, it's so obvious. Like, it would look better
if you wore a hat, if you got this gap here, like let's say I didn't have this but I had this, if I put a hat on, you'd be like, oh yeah, normal bloke. But then obviously at some point you're going to have to take your hat off. You can't go to the funeral.
Well, people get addicted to the look of it, don't they? Like you've seen that clip of Carl Pilkington where Ricky Gervais has paid for him to go and have like a wig fitted, and then because he's obviously bald. And then he gets the wig fitted, and he's looking at himself, and because like Carl Pilkington is who he is, you can see his reactions very
so
true, very raw, and he's like, "Fucking, this looks good." Like he clearly,
he likes it. Do you know why he didn't get it in the end?
Why is that?
Because he called up his missus, Suzanne, and Suzanne said, "Well, no, because you're always confident in who you are, and you don't need to. This is why I like you." And then he was just like, "Well, I do want to get it, but Suzanne doesn't want it." So his missus didn't like the fact.
I'd agree with Suzanne. I think you should just embrace the boldness.
The boldness.
Gentlemen, would you rather, whenever you walk, you dance, or whenever you talk, you sing? What would you rather?
Whenever you walk, you dance. So I'll be prattling about, cutting shapes, walking
Is
to
it
Tesco.
any dance? Like,
it could
is
be
it like
anything you
does
like.
it happen naturally, or is it?
It's just like it's the same. Your brain is just wired to tell you to fucking walk somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But in this world, whenever you walk somewhere, you're dancing, and it's only you, so you look like a prat.
And can you explain this to people? But then they would probably go, "Well, you're just an idiot because you can just." Yeah, but what? So if I talk, I've got to sing, like full on belt sing, or
Yeah, so you've got to sing it out.
or can I go? Like, can I rap? You're a fucking dickhead, man.
No. I think we make it like singing. I know people rap is singing.
Oh, Susan Boyle style singing.
Yeah, like not quite opera, but there's got to be some vocals. You know what I mean? There's got to be some oomph.
Some.
Can you give me some magic stars from Tesco?
I'll have a 20 pack of Stony Blue. But then, like, no one could take you seriously because every time you speak to him, you're singing.
But then again, you're walking over to the casket to say your final goodbyes, and you just.
I don't know where the noise comes from.
Yeah, what is it?
I've been paid. All the dance. Actually, that's another point.
I will miss you.
You fucking like. like the tendinopathy you'd get from just constant.
Oh, you'd be knackered. Come the end of the day.
I don't know why I dance like this. I'm just restricted.
What if whenever you stood still, you had to break dance?
But then could you not just say that you could pull the old like, oh, I've got cerebral palsy, so I'm dancing. That way.
But when you're like doing twirls and fucking doing the old Michael Jackson and you're clearly doing a routine, I don't think anyone's going to believe it.
I think I'm going to go
Clearly.
I think I'm going to go for the dancing.
You'd rather dance everywhere?
Yes, because you could do office jobs and, I'll go for a piss. That means I've got to cut shapes to the bowling back. But then it's done.
You couldn't.
No, but if I'm in a wheelchair and I go up to the bar, get a drink or whatever, can I wheel back safely? Or have I got to cut shapes wheeling?
No, it's just walking or using your legs to travel is replaced with vicious dancing.
Dancing then because I'll sit in a wheelchair. But I thought of a would you rather.
Yeah.
Would you rather all of your photos, your camera roll, being available to all of your co-workers, or your search history being available to all of your family?
Well, I am on a private browser, so there is no search history.
You can't clear history all the time.
You sound very defensive.
I think definitely photos for the co-workers.
Yeah,
100%.
Photos for co-workers for me, I've literally got 2.
Never deleted anything you've ever taken.
Oh right, that changes everything.
And no history.
Yeah, because that means
all the history.
I don't know.
I don't think there's anything that damning.
I'm not incriminated by anything really.
Well, realistically, like what are you searching up that's bad? Like
midget porn.
If you search up midget porn, you just go, well, I like a bit of midget. Like, what's wrong with that? Well, can you say midget? I don't know. What can you say?
Dwarf minced porn.
Dwarf minced beef porn. Boris.
Boris.
Well, thank you very much for listening and watching. It's been another great Big Bash pod
I was
episode.
completely relaxed.
Oh shit, my mic's over here now.
Jack is relaxed. But yes, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure and we'll see you on the next one.